Hi, welcome or welcome back, or if you're new, hi, my name is Laura. I hope you are doing well, inshallah, and that you're taking care of yourselves. Summer is right around the corner, and for some of us, for me at least, it means graduation. I am almost done with all my finals. I just submitted my final exam, so hopefully all is well and I can graduate this summer. And instead of reading textbooks and doing my internship, I can get lost between these pages. I have a few books that are on the top of my summer TBR. I'm not the best when it comes to sticking to my TBR because I am, in fact, a mood reader. And there are a bunch of books coming out that I also want to read when I get them. But I just picked out 10 books that I hope to read this summer and that I want to share with you. So grab a cup of tea or a glass of water, get comfortable, and hopefully you will read these books with me this summer. Better Than the Movies is one of BookTalk's favorite rom-coms that I've marked since 2024. So I think it's finally time to pick her up. This is a young adult rom-com about rom-coms. She's going to be fake dating her neighbor in order to make another boy have a crush on her. Not everybody is fan of the fake dating trope, but I love it. I always love me a good fake dating trope. Better Than the Movies is also our book club's pick on Fable, which I will make a whole separate video about later on. So if you'd like to read this book with me, join our book club on Fable. It's completely free. I think you cannot go wrong with Carly Fortune when it comes to summer books. She's recently published A Perfect Storm, which means that I have now read 3 books by this author, and the cover is pink. I mean, I love me a pink color. 10 years ago, Will Baxter rescued Fern. Can she do the same for him now? Years ago, these two characters spent an entire day with each other in the city. They made a pact to meet again 1 year later, but only Fern showed up and Will didn't. Until then, 9 years later, they meet again. Her life is falling apart, he's hiding something, what can they do? I don't know if this book is perfect for like a sunny beach day or just a rainy summer day. I don't know, but one thing about Carly Fortune's books, when I'm just talking about the outside, her covers are stunning. Some people like cartoon covers or minimalistic covers. I like me artwork on covers. I love artwork. Honestly, I only picked this book because it has the word June in here. 7 days in June. I do not know if this is a summer book. I know it's a romance. I've waited months to pick up this book just because I want to read this book in June. So I have now 2 weeks left to dive into this book and try to find out if this is actually a perfect summer book or not. 7 days to fall in love, 15 years to forget, and 7 days to get it all back again. 15 years ago, Ava and Shane spent 1 week together madly in love. Now they meet again at a literary event in New York. Ava needs her life to get back to normal, and that cannot happen when Shane is in the city. She wants him out, but before he goes, she needs a few questions answered. While reading the back, I actually think this is a second chance romance. I'm actually not expecting a lot of summery feelings in this book, but still, the title is June, so we're gonna read her. Beach Read by Emily Henry will decide whether I'm going to quit reading her books or give it another shot. There's literally only one book I've been able to finish and quite enjoy by Emily Henry. All the other ones are either DNF'd or just didn't like. I did buy this beautiful edition of Beach Read, and with the cover or even the title, you already know this is a summer book. This is a romance book about 2 authors that have writer's block. They are polar opposites when it comes to their genre or writing styles. They will spend some time together and challenge each other to get out of their creative slumps. I think they will fall in love, obviously. I cannot believe I've never read a book by Nicholas Sparks before. One of the most famous books or movies actually when it comes to the romance section is The Notebook. Why have I never picked up books by this author before? I think you can see the stack there. I've recently bought these, I don't know, are these pocket books editions? They're a bit smaller. I bought 8 on Vinted. These are quite old. All the pages are yellowish. Some are even falling out almost. And that actually makes this whole experience a lot more fun. I may sound like a crazy person, I don't know, but this smells so good. Out of all these books, The Last Song is actually on the top of my TBR of my Nicholas Sparks stack. Veronica Miller is spending her summer in North Carolina to repair her relationship with her father. She is resentful and rebellious when it comes to him, and she's trying to reject her father's attempt to rebuild their relationship. She's threatening to go back to New York until she meets Will. She's starting to open up to him, and all I can say is that I expect so much family drama. I expect heartbreak, damage, longing, and just love in a few different forms. I will be sad for this book. I have always been a sucker for reality TV, and this is marketed as Love Island meets Lord of the Flies. Lily wakes up at a remote desert compound with 19 other contestants. And to win, she just needs to outlast her other housemates while competing in challenges, and in return she will get luxury rewards. But then the line between playing the game and surviving begins to blur. I think this is going to be such an interesting and weird yet thrilling read. I'm super excited for this one. you truly assumed. Bree's summer plans changed after a terrorist attack near her home. And when the terrorist is assumed to be Muslim, Islamophobia grows. Her online blog is her outlet, but she didn't expect that it will create such a big online community for people who experience the same thing or are just craving community. 2 other teens join her blog as well, and the online hate and threads are growing as well. This is a story about making your voice heard. Compared to all the other books, I think this will be a whole lot more heartfelt or just serious. A heavy topic. I was sent the Dutch copy of The Ocean Will Pay Me Blue. This is from the same author as Long as the Lemon Trees Grow. She just published her second book. After Jihad's mom passed away, her world began to lose all its colors. Jihad feels so lonely, both at home with her father who's just broken, and at school where she's being bullied for her hijab and her name. There's only one guy, Jamie, who seems to be friendly to her. But she has trust issues, you know, she doesn't know what to do with him. Jihad is trying to find her voice again and bring colors back to her life. And she does it by going back to her roots, or at least her mother's roots, which is Syria. And when I'm looking at the back, I see that the topics of this book are loss or mourn, religion, friendship, and discrimination. I cried my eyes out when it came to As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow. It was such a heartbreaking story, and I'm so excited to dive into her new book. I'm already feeling that empty feeling again after finishing As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow. I did give that book 3 stars, I believe, 3.5 maybe. We have 2 more books to go. I'm going to be picking up another rom-com and a thriller. The Bodyguard has been recommended by one of my friends, and I was actually doing this whole 12 and 12 by 12 challenge on my TikTok, where I was reading 12 books picked out by 12 other book creators in 12 months time. I'm 5 months behind that challenge, so I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up again, but I will read all of their recommendations, and The Bodyguard was one of them. And it's actually quite funny because I just bought it without knowing anything about the book besides the fact that it's a rom-com. But I just read the back and she's actually his bodyguard. I think I have only read one bodyguard romance so far, and that was, where is she? Twisted Games by Anna Huang. This is my favorite book out of the series actually. So I'm really excited to see another bodyguard romance from a different POV. So this is about Hannah and Jack. Hannah looks like a kindergarten teacher, but the truth is she's an elite bodyguard who could kill you with her bare hands. That is actually so cool. Jack is a world famous actor who also has a stalker. He does not want his family to know about the stalker, but when he goes back home to visit his sick mother, the bodyguard, Hannah, is obviously coming with him, and they need to pretend she's his girlfriend instead of his bodyguard. We have another fake dating trope here. I love it. I don't have a physical copy of the thriller, and that's mainly because I love me a good thriller, okay? I love thrillers. I'm just too scared to actually have them on my shelves. I think I only have, I only own 2 thrillers. I think maybe 3, but I love them, okay? I'm a huge romance and thriller girly. I usually listen to thrillers, okay? I think the audiobook experience of thrillers are just so much more intense and so much more captivating. But for this book, I think I actually need to read it because there are pictures or drawings in this book that you cannot see or listen to, you know? So I read that this book is for the fans of Stranger Things and Riley Sager. It's about a woman who just came fresh out of rehab and is taking a job as a nanny to look after this young boy who actually has disturbing and strange secrets. She is loving her job, she has the stability she's been craving, and she's actually forming a really good bond with Teddy, the 5-year-old boy. But he's always carrying his sketchbook that he draws in, and usually it is like trees, you know, just child stuff. Until one day he actually draws a creature or a man dragging a lifeless body through the forest. From there on, all the drawings are becoming more sinister, and Mallory, the nanny, actually thinks these drawings have something to do with an unsolved murder, maybe even supernatural. This will be crazy, I think. So these are the 10 books I plan on reading this summer. I absolutely love this stack. I think this will be so much fun. Let me know in the comments if you have read one or maybe more of these books, or if you plan on reading them, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye girls!